We got KP says, what are your thoughts on Trezor? My thoughts on Trezor are kind of mixed, because I do think that Trezors are solid devices. I think they're a pretty good starting point for people. But at the same time, when I first got into Bitcoin, I bought a Trezor because it held Bitcoin, Litecoin. I had Bitcoin Cash, I had Theta, Dogecoin, and I kept it all in the Trezor. So I would actually suggest using the Trezor if you're somebody who still has a bunch of altcoins, because it's a good place to keep them. But if you're in Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin's kind of the only thing that you really want to protect, I would definitely lean towards something like a Cold Card or a Blockstream Jade, or that's kind of where I would stop, honestly, because it's the same thing as Bitcoin. You don't need to diversify. You don't need to find like the newest and greatest device. Cold cards are the best. They're very reasonably priced. They're fairly easy to set up, and they're going to help you sleep better at night. So I wouldn't waste my time with a Trezor unless you have like a bunch of different cryptos that you want to take offline. But they're decent. I ordered one from the UK. It was like $400 at the time, and I used it for about a year until realizing that Cold Card's probably the play, and I haven't plugged it in since. So it's up there. It's just not, I wouldn't say it's your best option there. I see Craig over in the chat and Zap.stream. Hi, Jor and friends. Morning, Craig. Craig's been doing some great work, and we got some pretty exciting things in the works right now. I've had some conversations with people in the last week worried about their setup for Bitcoin, their security setup, whether they should be using single signature, passphrase, multi-signature, collaborative custody. And I always suggest getting to multi-signature is kind of like your end goal. But multi-signature is tricky because you actually have to have people that you trust in different physical locations. That's the whole point of it. Because if you set up a multi-signature in your own house, that defeats the whole purpose of it. So you have to have people, either friends, family, whatever, that you trust that can hold your key in a different physical location for multi-signature to be effective. And so Craig is working on a solution for collaborative. So we're actually going to be able to store using a program. I don't think it's a program called Superbacked, but it's an encrypted storage for your keys. One key is held in Canada, one key is held in Sweden. You keep a couple keys. And so it's a collaborative thing where if something were to happen to you, we can also help you recover that. So that's what we're working on right now. We're going to have some more information on that very soon. And I think that there's a lot of people within this community here. And we want, the key there is that we want to just provide the best possible security for people at a very reasonable rate, because there's other options out there today that exist. But I just think that they're really gouging people, and they might be going after a different clientele, but we want to make it very reasonably priced for people, because, you know, I think that you should be spending your money on Bitcoin. It's important to protect it, but you know, you don't need to be wasting money. Sustainable Satoshis. Hi, thanks for subscribing. I'm sure I've seen you on another podcast lately. Possibly. I've been on a couple. I'm definitely not a podcast expert by any means.